Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are going to build a simple ESP32 temperature and humidity monitor using the DHT22 sensor. And we are going to do everything without using Wi-Fi. We will simulate the project on Wokwi. So if you don't have any hardware yet, you can still try out this awesome project virtually in your browser. Let's get started. Let's quickly talk about the components we are using. We have got the ESP32 microcontroller, which is a great tool for all sort of projects. But today we won't use its Wi-Fi feature. We also have the DHT22 sensor, which will measure both temperature and humidity. And lastly, we will use an OLED display to show the reading directly. Let's get started by setting up the simulation. First, drag and drop the ESP32 board onto the workspace. Next, we will add the DHT22 sensor. We will connect the VCC pin to 3.3 volt. The ground pin to the ground and the data pin to GPIO 4 on the ESP32. Now let's add the OLED display. We will connect the VCC and ground pin of the display to 3.3 volt and ground, and then connect the SPA and FCL pin to that's it. We are all set up for the simulation. Now let's dive into the code. DHT.h is for the DHT temperature and humidity sensor library. Wire.h is for the I2C communication. Adafruit sensor is a common sensor library used for the Adafruit sensors. And the SSD1306 is used to control the OLED display. DHT sensor data pin is connected to GPIO 4. And this is the DHT type. So it is DHT22. We also have DHT11. OLED settings. This line defines the size of the OLED display. And OLED underscore reset is set as -1, which indicate that we don't have a reset pin in the Wokwi simulation. This creates an object called DHT using the DHT library. It connects the DHT sensor to the ESP32 on the defined DHT pin and with the specified DHT type. This is the display which initializes the OLED display. It uses I2C communication to control the display and show data. Serial.begin will start the serial monitor at a baud rate of 11,5200. At a baud rate of 11,5200. DHT.begin initializes the DHT sensor, so it's ready to take reading. The display.begin initializes the OLED display, and display.clear display clears the display to ensure it starts within a blank screen. In the loop function, we have dht.read and humidity and temperature. for reading the humidity and temperature and store them in H and T variables respectively. This checks if the sensor reading are valid, and serial.print is used to print on the serial monitor. And then we have this OLED display, clear display, which clears the OLED screen. Then we have the text size as 1, then text color as white. We set the cursor to the top left corner of the screen, that is 00. And then we have this print and print ln. And this display command update the screen to show the new data. And there is a delay of 2 seconds before reading the sensor data again and updating the display. Now let's go ahead and hit start simulation. As soon as the simulation start, the ESP32 will begin reading data from the sensor and display the readings both on the OLED screen and in the serial monitor. Here's how the output look like. And there you have it, a simple temperature and humidity monitor built with the ESP32 and the DHT sensor. We simulate everything in Wokwi. It's perfect for testing out ideas before getting the hardware. If you have any question, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.